Well, here we are, and she is someplace else. I don't know.
She is right here.
All right, there she is. Had to put her glasses on.
Yep.
Those Batwoman glasses on. Did they?
Got to see. Got to see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and talk to us.
So, what a wonderful Thursday it is, and we're so glad to be back again. It has been a cold week. Oh my gosh. I don't do cold. I don't like cold. And to go from cold to cold to cold all day long, yes, I'm complaining right off the bat. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to say I'm so glad to be back and so glad that you are also with us. So I am Zare, and beside me is my wonderful husband, Aymar. And we are taking the journey together. And we have been taking this journey together for a little bit more than a minute.
A little bit more than a minute. How many minutes then?
Well, it's a minute and some change.
Minute and some change.
Yes.
Can I get a little bit of cash back?
No.
No cash back?
No cash back.
Oh, wow. I don't like those kind of programs when you can't get cash backs.
Well, no, because you got to just keep paying in.
And
then the rewards come without strings attached.
What about the cash backs that they're talking about now, where we should be going in this holiday coming up? They say a lot of Black folks need to do that, not being part of what?
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I cannot get with that term Black Friday.
Okay.
Because it's just, all of a sudden, it just came up as Black Friday. Where that term came from, I don't know. And I need to know what the connotation is and what it signifies or what it implicates and why they chose the term Black for it. Now, if they have gone out on a limb and made it something positive, okay, we can see that. Because generally when they use the term Black Friday or Black something, it's not really in a positive manner. If Black Friday means, come on, Black folks, come out and spend your money, I have another problem with it.
You got a problem with everything, don't you?
I just have a problem with the exploitation of Black people using the term Black. However, it seems fit for people who are making the money. Because it's not keeping the money in our community.
Okay.
Black Friday puts all the money into the large corporations.
Oh, is that what it does?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the rich gets richer and Black folks get poorer.
Okay. I never thought about that. Ooh, shoot. You're right about that.
So, and that's why I say, was it an attempt to entice us because by using the word Black or what? So anyway, I digress here, but that's one of the reasons why I have trouble with the whole term Black Friday. I used to shop the day after Thanksgiving, when it was the after Thanksgiving shopping or the pre-Christmas sales or something like that. But I have not shopped the day after Thanksgiving since they started calling it Black Friday.
Seriously?
I have not.
Wow, you ain't right.
Yeah, I am right, because they have, it happened all of a sudden, and I cannot remember anyone explaining why it was suddenly called Black Friday. Now, if somebody can explain it to me and make it make sense, okay, I might change my mind, and I might see, where I was looking at it all wrong. But right now, I just see it as another ploy to get money out of the hands of Black people. So
that means since you told me you wanted to go out and do some shopping, we ain't gonna do it. Is that what you're trying to say?
I was never planning on going shopping the day after Thanksgiving.
I'm just saying. No shopping?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You're positive beyond the shadow of my doubt?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do Cyber Monday either.
I just was saying.
No, And maybe I just took some time out and thought too much about it. I'm not real sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I do know that that is not something that
Ain't your
entices
thing.
me. No, it is not. It is not.
You're funny.
Um,
Okay.
I was talking about that earlier, and students were looking at me like, "You got to be kidding me." I'm
Evelyn,
like,
Lana. Look who's people were showing up today. Evelyn or Oreo,
"Araya,
Araya, Evelyn showing up.
nice."
And James, seen him many times before. So
Hmm.
James, and then Jack Leo, these folks we've seen more than once. Hey,
Yes,
let's go ahead and start our show off, which we do need to do. We know we move too
yes,
fast. We're going through different segments, and we have a show for you today. So,
yes, we
one of the
do.
things I want you to do is to go through the process of doing this. Share with your friends, share with your enemy, share with your mate, share with the person next door, because it's going to be a good one today. Ooh, we're going to talk about that
Yes,
thing that sometimes we keep a secret and no one really knows. And if we do, even we keep that particular secret in the house and nobody outside of the house even knows.
yeah. But
That's what we're going to talk about.
but before we get started,
Okay.
I'm going to read our belief
Oh,
statement.
for all the people who are new, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We are going to relate.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what your mother says, your father, sister, brother, or even what Jesus says.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to relate. We get the idea that we can be friends, but we can't be lovers, or we can be lovers, but we can't be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, the choice is made to marry your lover, but not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
at taking the journey together, we feel the need to relate in a balanced way. And by balanced, what we mean is that since we believe our best friend can be our best lover,
Mm-hmm.
we expect or intend to lay the groundwork that says taking the friendship and sharing side and the lover and sexual compatibility on the other side, and then finding those in the same person and cultivating those in the same person
Mm-hmm.
and creating what we call a thriving, healthy, balanced relationship.
Okay. Okay. What a way to be concerned about and knowing that friendship is the basis that we use in our relationships.
Yes.
And I think that's very important. You'll find out even more and more if you look on the internet. A lot of people who are talking about relationships are saying friendship is important in the relationship. And I'll be honest with you, there's nothing new about it. I know where this whole concept that I thought or at least felt in my relationship where I came out of a single family relationship, being a father's father and father's son, that there was many relationships that we didn't know, didn't show on TVs, wasn't mainly in the media, that those individuals were friends and been friends for a long time in
Yeah.
relationships. And that's why they were getting along. And most of the time that you could tell that they were friends in that relationship is because they were very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put on airs when it comes to how they were and how they felt about each other in life. And that was usually a very good sign that they were friends, true friends, authentic friends. From that particular, not association. So today we're going to find out, friends are really operating as friends authentically. You are going to be chosen in that relationship, not obligated.
To the relationship.
Exactly. When desire becomes healing because of being chosen. A core principle, what we're talking about. True intimacy isn't about obligation, it's about being chosen. The energy of desire heals that duty along what? That can never
Can
be
never reach.
reached. Because sometimes when you think about duty, that has to do with love from what? Not from an unconditioning point of view, but from a conditioning point of view.
Exactly.
And you never ever meet that condition. The gate, the requirement gets higher and higher and
Mhm.
higher. You find out the very person himself can't even jump over.
Right. And it also
Mm-hmm.
makes the other person feel like they're never going to be good enough. It
Yes.
makes them feel like they are they were not chosen,
Mm-hmm.
but instead they were more like a capitulation.
Exactly.
So and that's not the way to be in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship.
Exactly. Not the way. and not in a balanced relationship. Remember, we are teaching and talking about and preaching about balanced relationships that are in turn are operating in a balanced, thriving way. So this is what we're talking about. Okay. That's what hopefully you
Yes.
maybe want to move to be that type of relationship. So let's go start. We're going to be doing these in segments, right?
Yes.
And we got about 3 or 4 different segments, probably 4 at the most, at least, and about 10 minutes long. So let's get right into it because we're already running late. What's the first title?
The first one is The Hidden Hunger of the Black Man.
The Hidden Hunger of the Black Man. Today, we're going to talk about us. We're going to talk about us. That's including me. We the us out there we talking about.
Yes.
All the other particular cultures are watching, even over at Hot 2100. I know who are watching on this channel too at the same time. Hey, all I can say is if you're not a us, but you still feel like a us, just like we had the average white band and all the other groups when we were younger and all the young folks right now, like I met up in Salisbury where we got a lot of young white guys who got that soul inside them and they getting along. And this was connected with us young black men and our older black men, even now as it was then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say this is to all the us's who feel like they all are us in this case. We are going to talk to you. Okay. We're going to talk to you. Every man, okay, yeah, every man, especially we're talking about us too, secretly dreams of being with a woman who initiates intimacy, not out of duty, but out of desire. Out of desire. I ain't trying to make her. She want to do it. She want to connect to me. It ain't coming out of desire. Now, there is a spiritual context to it because we always want to make sure we send in the spiritual context because it's important in having a balanced relationship that you have a spiritual backing and basis to it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you need to be connection onto how you desire touches. Again, connect to how being desired touches the core of masculine identity. That's right. A woman's touch can be powerful. Boy, we have many songs that talk about touches, huh? Mm-hmm. And that one song about your touch has touched my soul. Your love is, I don't know the rest of the song.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna get it before it's all over because I hear it in my head. The same place where trauma, rejection, survival, pressure live. I'll get it again. Connect to how being desired touches the core of a masculine identity. The same place where trauma, rejection, survival, and pressure live. Ooh, she can actually have what? Contact and connection to that very area of you where your soul resides. What do you think about that?
It makes sense because it's one of those things that, yes, we're talking about in an intimate relationship, in a thriving relationship, the value of this, but we can go back to infants who are not touched, infants who are not shown intimacy in that love, who are held and cuddled and cradled, close to the heart. They don't thrive.
Yes.
They're not doing well because that lack of having that affection traumatizes them. They immediately at an early age starts feeling that rejection. And when a family or someone starts to give that to them, it's an uphill climb because it's like, every time they're needing that affection and it's not happening, it's like somebody's taking a little bit of dirt out of the hole. And it gets to be a cabin.
Also find that it keeps that baby from being special, needed, and wanted in the existence as a human being on earth. I mean, come on, think about it when you just got through talking about, thank you for bringing it up. There was a study they did that in turn at one particular time, Sally, in our community, crack that was specifically designed to be in our community with COINTELPRO, or however that's pronounced.
COINTELPRO.
Thank you. That many of the babies were coming up, they were actually hooked on crack. And some black mothers who definitely had a lot of spirit, a lot of soul to them, figured this out. They would hold the babies inside not the incubator, but some were in incubators, but they would hold them in the baby area, and they would actually, with their love and the power of the holding, calm those babies down, help heal those babies as they were going through withdrawal.
Yeah.
Now that's how powerful the touch of a woman can have. That's
Mhm.
how powerful it can have as for a touch that could move for you as a human being to make you feel like you belong, make you feel like you're worthy, make you feel like you are somebody. I think that's very important for us to know about that, because otherwise we got that problem. You don't feel like you're chosen. And so you're going to be in the application, excuse me. Yeah, you're going to be in a relationship mostly feeling like you're obligated because you're supposed to do this.
Yes.
How long
And
that lasts,
and
I don't know.
and and that's, the other side to that.
Mm-hmm.
A child who doesn't get affection, a child who doesn't get attention, who doesn't get love,
Mm-hmm.
the way they need it, is
Mm-hmm.
going to grow up trying to get it by any means
Any means
necessary.
necessary. I mean, those gangs, they do a good job. Gangs out there know it, and they're going to grab that attention. I know I ran into a little one myself when I was younger. It made me feel I was pretty odd kind of duck anyway. People thought me as being a street preacher. People thought me as being someone who just go along with the crowd, but I got a little bit involved with some gang activity. Now, I have to admit, a lot of them followed me because of some of the things I said when I did got them in trouble, got me in trouble, but yet it did make me feel like I belong.
Mm-hmm.
Because they chose me. So we got to be very concerned about it. There's a community reality I want to talk about. Many of us brothers have been raised to believe that love must be earned through providing or protection, not simply receiving as affection.
Yes.
Earn from providing or protecting.
Captain Savior.
Exactly. We have been twisted to think that we don't live in two worlds. We know the other community, the other community I'm talking about, can afford to have that because of their privileges. We, in turn, have always been behind because of separation, as we know what slavery, racism did. We have never been given us the opportunity to be that good kind of providers we should.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be honest with you, we've been running on a rabbit track that leads us nowhere. That carrot in front of us that in turn we ain't never going to get anyway.
Yes.
So because of that, we should have been able to lie on what I call the foundation of this universe, that love is something that you don't buy because money can't buy anyway.
Right.
So it came from out of your heart, not necessarily, if not all what you do, but what you give from your heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple receiving of affection. Now, notice I said coming out of your heart. Now we're talking about how does it come out of that person's heart? We talked about it before. That touch in turn moves it to coming out of the heart.
Yes.
Something has to move that to come out of that heart. And that means sometimes there's been some dilemma. And as you know, some, how can I say it? Imbalanceness in a lot of the relationship when it comes connected to the mother. But we'll talk about that as we go on, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, give example real quickly.
Okay.
We got to move on.
A black man gets up before dawn,
Mm-hmm.
works 2 jobs,
Mm-hmm.
pays bills,
Mm-hmm.
but hasn't felt his woman's want in months.
Mm.
She may still love him, but he doesn't feel chosen.
Wow, he's working a cold job. I remember one year I worked a cold job. My first particular marriage, I worked with the UPS cleaning out trucks in the wintertime. I'm going to tell you what part of the country I lived in, but it was near Chicago. I had to wear a snowmobile suit. It was cold as can be in the morning to go clean off those trucks from UPS. I never got no who, I got no boo, I got no kind of appreciation whatsoever. Ever in my first marriage from that. And I used to have to leave 4 or 5 in the morning to do that. And then in turn left when the sun was still halfway down and freezing as can be. And I did that all because of obligation for my family and all that other. It was good stuff. It was needed, but it didn't make me feel good inside.
Yes.
Spiritual insight is what on this? What's a spiritual insight on this? Because we want to make sure we leave that with that before we move on. What's that, Shay?
The masculine energy weakens when it's always in service and never celebrate.
Oh, say that again so the brothers out here and the men can hear that right now.
And the women.
Thank
because we're not raised to understand this for the most part.
you.
Once in a while, we are fortunate enough to have a father who is strong and understands this, who stays in our lives. So we don't know this. The masculine energy weakens when it's always in service and never celebrated. So now if it's in service and celebrated, it doesn't weaken because that celebration from that woman, that appreciation from that woman puts him up on a pedestal and makes him feel worthy.
I'm going to put something in your offering plate right now. You're preaching. You're preaching. You're preaching. Okay. We're going to our next segment. What's our next segment, babe?
what we often do wrong.
What we often do.
And
Chris,
unfortunately, that often is real often.
yeah, I'm gonna let you start that one because somebody might throw some bricks at me. So go right ahead. What some of the things that we culturally wise in our community do is missteps, babe.
Many Black women
Mm-hmm.
and men
Mm-hmm.
equate intimacy with transaction.
Mm-mm. Come on, say it right.
He earned it, so he gets it.
Ah.
So she says, "Oh, I need a new car, and if I
Mhm.
get a new car,
Mhm.
it's gonna be a good night for you." So he
Mhm.
goes out and gets her a new car, and she makes sure he has a good night.
Mm-hmm.
But the morning comes all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the next night,
Mm-hmm.
that intimacy is gone because that transaction has been paid for.
Yeah, sometimes
She kept her word.
sometimes that same night, not the
Yeah.
morning, it's business as usual.
Exactly.
It's not even thought
Exactly.
about it whatsoever.
And so there's
Yeah.
no real
Mm-hmm.
feeling or true intimacy in it. It's obligation.
So the emotional expression gets replaced by performance,
Yes.
doing things to keep the peace rather than to express love. Wow. How many times we're doing that kind of transactional relationships? Remember, we
Yes.
talked about
Yeah,
that
a
not
few
too
weeks
long ago.
ago.
Exactly.
Yes.
We let exhaustion, resentment, and unspoken pain dedicate how and when we connect. If ain't that happening, then ain't nobody got no time for that.
Yes. And
And
that's
it'll happen.
the sad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too tired.
Mm-hmm.
Check back with me in a week.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be tired for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Resentment. I'm mad at you for what you did 3 weeks
Mhm.
ago, and you still haven't said a proper "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
So
You're not going to either.
yeah, and so I'm holding back
Yeah.
until you make me feel like you really are sorry for what you said to me.
I'm thinking about Aretha Franklin's song, "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Man." Maybe I should say it in my Isaac Hayes voice. How's that?
Okay.
Brothers, think paying for dinner and foreplay. Sisters
Or
think,
is foreplay.
yeah, it's foreplay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sisters think cleaning and cooking replaces what?
Connection.
Both are acts of care, but not of what? Desire. You may be designed want to have a hug from her, and that is pretty much it that you really need at that time. And she might be doing and design what? Much better.
Sleep.
Yep. Instead of doing the dinner.
Yes.
Come on, Sharon, Mrs. Teacher, give us something that we will hear from Mrs. Teacher. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
This is from the feminine perspective.
Yes.
Obligation often comes from being unappreciated.
Mm.
But what is missing is sacred initiation.
Mm.
Choosing to love, not because it's required, but because it's free.
Wow. So we're talking about in the area when it comes to choosing someone that it is a sacred energy move.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's a sacred energy, something serious,
Yes.
something that's very important, something that's spiritually connected. And I know in our situational relationships that we are so much living in, especially young folks and older folks, we ain't thinking about no relationship as being that serious. We might even throw out the thing I threw out last time. I love you so much, you'll just never know. Yeah, how sacred is that? How serious is that if I ain't gonna ever know?
Well,
ain't gonna happen. You just keeping this a secret anyway. So again, like before, performance, I keep on throwing that gate up. I keep on throwing the flag up. I'll never be able to jump over it because I'll never know.
well, if the love is so deep that you'll never know, is it because that person doesn't know themselves how deep that love goes?
I don't know. I don't know.
And when I say that, I'm saying that they're not sure why they're in that, what they're moving towards in that relationship.
I think
and that's not making it thrive.
I think our spiritual sister, which I miss, Latina, with a groovalicious self, she would say maybe it's because she doesn't know how much love she has for her own self to be able to even give.
Exactly. That's
yeah. Spiritual obligation. Our lesson for this is obligation without spirit creates emotional starvation in a relationship. Again, obligation without spirit creates emotional starvation in the relationship. So many of us are in a relationship, especially someone's brother. We're just starving. I ain't talking about starving for sex
or food.
or food. No, we're starving inside with something that makes us feel like we're really chosen, that this
Yeah.
relationship is really important, or somebody this other mate really wants, instead of we just on the side.
Yes.
Okay. Next one, we want to move on real quickly. Ooh, what's our next segment?
What desire really means.
What's that? What does it really mean?
Desire is not lust.
Mm-hmm.
It's spirit recognizing spirit. So we see each other in ourselves.
Okay.
When she reaches for him first, it says, you are not just a provider. You are seen. And it's always important for us to be seen.
Yes.
By the person that we love and the person who says that they love us. So, you have to make the first move. And here's the one thing, I was thinking about, and we were talking a little bit about it earlier. Back in the day, back in the day, when
you did that good.
When you were raised in the southeastern United States, in the Black community, that's the only one I can talk about. You were told as a female, don't you go chasing after no boy. That makes you fast. And nobody wanted a fast daughter. And so you were told, you wait. And if he don't come after you, he's not right for you. Which takes all of the power away from the female. It takes all of the forward movement away from the female and puts all of the pressure on the male. So he will never be chosen. He has to choose. She gets chosen. And so she's put on a pedestal right away, or expected to be on a pedestal right away, which means that she doesn't have to give him anything. She just has to receive, and he has to give. So
what you're saying is when she reaches for him first, right? It says, you are not just a provider, you are seen by me.
Which means she has taken that move in the right direction.
And from the brothers and sisters who listen, have that spiritual third eye, we know what that it's mean by seen. When you talk about your physical body, I'm talking about seeing you for who you are inside, your characteristics of who you really are. Desire is sacred energy, the same vibrations used in prayer and manifestation. It calls life back into a place that feels dead. As Latita would probably say, the reason why in turn that you're not being seen because they have nothing inside for them to give.
Yes.
So that's not you being seen. Exactly. But if you got something inside to give to your man, because we're talking about what a man, a Black man especially is, give that to him. Especially when it's spiritually uplifting, give that to him because he may be acting the way he's acting because he ain't feeling good inside. He feel like he's dead.
Yeah,
he's with it. He lives in society that's making him feel like right now. Anyway, we see on the outside in the society, all the way from the government all up, they get rid of all and did get rid of all those Black folks. There's really many Black men who were chosen, and then they got rid of them. So we ain't feeling like somehow, in some way, the world is really choosing us and choosing us anyway, especially as Black folks and Black men. But we can't be having that happen in our relationships. No, we can't have that. Cultural reflection. Give us a reflection because we got to move on.
Many Black couples were taught survival, not sensuality. We learn to endure, not to express.
That's that slave time mentality that's been passed on in our generations. And it was understood what it was needed then, especially from how it was coming against us. But we had some few people on Nat Turner on the brother side. We had some Harriet Tubman on the other side that said, nah, we ain't got to keep on doing that. We leaving that, that plantation mentality, okay? Because we about expressing. In fact, she was so strongly in expression that if you didn't want to go, she said, I'll shoot you.
Yeah, because you're not going to tell anybody where we're going.
Exactly.
You
ain't supposed to be trying to express that part.
Yes, I read this amazingly interesting piece yesterday to my students. Well, I read it with them about Frederick Douglass. It's an excerpt from his story about when he became a man. And that was the point when he rejected being enslaved and treated less than. And that's what we do sometimes to our male partners. We put them in a place where they have to serve us by going to work while we stay home, doing the things that we don't want to do. So, sometimes we keep our partners from choosing to from being able to be a man.
Yes. And you be talking so slow sometimes. I feel like I'm less than a man. No, I'm just talking. Like, get it out, sister. Get it out. A sister who grew up seeing her mother exhausted. This one we talk about learns to love through sacrifice, but not through what?
Pleasure.
Not through pleasure. You got a lot of sisters. Sometimes even you doing something for me, you ain't happy about it at all. I can tell you're doing everything your mom did, because I'm not going to say over the air what your mom did in that particular time, in that particular space, but you can tell you ain't doing it because you really want to. You're doing it because you feel like a sacrifice. Wow, I'm not brother like that, or like me says, well, you might as well not do it at all. I just do it myself. Anyway, we're going to move on, and hopefully you're enjoying it after our break, right? We'll be right back and talking to you a little bit more. So, hey, we're choosing you to stay.
Hello, world. We're here, serving Savannah, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Brooklyn, Houston, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and the world. The best music all the time. The greatest songs ever made, every time. Tune in to Hot 2100 Savannah and get a taste for your ears. Hot 2100 Savannah, serving Savannah and the world.
Hey there! Are you ready to amplify your voice and embrace your passion? Tune in to Our Black Media Network, where community comes first and every story matters. We're here 24/7, delivering powerful content on everything from financial literacy to the latest in sports and mental health. We are unapologetically real, reflecting the heartbeat of our community with programs that inspire, empower, and drive change. Join us on all major media platforms to celebrate our unique voices and advocate for the change we want to see. With over 50K monthly viewers, our network is your go-to destination for authentic, engaging content. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the change. Tune in to Our Black Media Network today and let your voice be heard.
All right, we're back again. You got that good commercial. All Black Media Network. You got a chance. I'm gonna put it up here. I think I can find it just to help out for the station here. Where's it at? It's gone someplace. Oh man, I don't have it.
2100.
But we know about that one. Yeah, we know about that one. Hot 21. We just got to see that commercial. Oh, I was going to have. Hey, donations are always welcome. Sometimes us hosts with all of the content that we study, we put together, work hard on, grinding on. You getting all that good information. Hey, we want to get paid too at the same time, but we know at the same time what we're giving free-heartedly, because that's what it is. It will also change your life more than what money can buy. And I think that's the most important thing. Well, let's talk a little bit about where they can find us at. Sharon, why don't you go right ahead?
Well, we can be found.
Thank you. Come on.
We can be found on Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on Hot 21
I got to change that.
Yes.
It's really, it's going through Hot 21 Network, but it's on Our Black Media Network. Still, that's behind the scene. Go ahead.
And you can find us on Facebook at Taking the Journey Together. And you can listen to us on Thursday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on WRUU 107.5 Savannah for our radio show.
Mm-hmm.
That's at 11 o'clock.
Exactly. 11 o'clock. We like that. That's
a.m.
a.m., not p.m. What's our next one? Next one from there. Of course, we can get a hold of us as being that we are coaches, so we'd love to be able to hear from you. We'll problems you have, help you, direct you in the direction that you want to go. We don't try to make you. We're not trying to do any kind of counseling. There are counselors out there we can get a hold. You can in turn get a hold of information for you to go to. Those are sometimes with problems that you have. It ain't going to take a day. It's going to take a couple of days. It might take months and years because of the months and years that you've had it intertwined in your life. But we want to give you some good coaching information, especially when you got your relationship halfway decent together. And all you're going to do is really make it better, make it more expansive. You want to in turn, like you do with your business, add something more onto it so that could be even better. We definitely are here to coach you in that area to help you out with your relationship. And the information that we've been given to you, we know it can help you out with that. And so far, it's been costing you nothing. How much more you think you can get if in turn you talk to us and we talk back to you? How's that one?
Specifically.
Exactly. So we're back. We want you to go ahead and do the good thing about sharing, because we're getting ready to head down the halfway point. It's halfway empty. We're getting ready to fill it up. So you're really going to feel like you're chosen, not part of the frozen chosen, but part of the central, hot, connected chosen, because you're going to be someone's real friend, authentic friend. So anyway, you can give us a call. Make sure that you share us, 786-763-1324. No, we're not on the phone. So you may have to leave a message and we'll get back with you too. Make sure you let us know what you heard us from, and in turn, at the same time, what your problem is quickly. We'll try to get back with you. You're going to always go on Taking the Journey Together on Facebook and message us and leave some messages there, which we have some people that have been doing too at the same time. All right. So where were we at, and where is our next segment?
The next segment is the emotional balance of feeling chosen.
Ooh, the emotional balance. I feel good already.
Oh, yes.
I can stop being so tense. I have to run this thing. Go ahead. Ooh, I love that. That felt good. That touch was good.
When a woman initiates affection, whether a simple touch, word, or kiss, it tells him, I see you beyond what you do.
Oh, Sookie. We definitely need that for real. Man, yes. I love that. Yes. I had to hang up that person because they weren't going to touch me the way you just did. I see you beyond what you do. Some of us just feel that all we have been made and put together as a man to do is just to do. Otherwise, if anything else, we ain't worth anything.
Yeah, and what
I'm not going to say the N word, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. And what I have seen from a lot of males growing up in single family households where it's only a mother who is not really balanced in how things go. Instead, turn the son or the sons into her helpers, and they have to do things for her. And they feel like, every time they do something for her, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Here's a cookie.
Oh, wow.
And what that says is they have to do something to earn that reward.
Yeah. Sadly, in a lot of our Black relationships, being serious, because I came out of that single parent woman many times will make the sons to be like the man that they don't have. And he definitely, in turn, loving his mom, because that's a natural connection, will grow up strongly feeling like, I owe my mom. I better get her that house. I better get that car. So I'll go down and do that football, basketball thing. It might be no good at all, but in turn have other gifts that they can get involved with and do well at. That's more of a percentage of them to be able to be successful in. But they're going to do that obligation thing that in turn gives the perception that's what I better do. And it drives them in that way, which they don't ever get that understanding that you are loved because of who you are, not just for what you do.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Go ahead. That's very good.
The wrong way is waiting for him to ask, then giving out of duty. The right way is reaching for him just because his energy feels beautiful that day.
How do you do that? How do you just come up as a woman, especially as a Black woman, to have and put together in your mind that day that I feel that his energy is beautiful? And what we're talking about today How do you choose that? What are the things that you would choose? What do you do sometimes to choose in your day that energy that you feel in connection to me, that you choose some things to say to me or do for me?
Sometimes being completely hot,
Mm-hmm.
it is something that I have to do out of intention,
Mm-hmm.
because the feeling is there,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a tendency to get so caught up in the things that I need to do,
Mm-hmm.
or the things that I want to do, or the things that I should do. And the more things that I fill in those empty spaces, the further back you get. And so I have to make a point
Mm-hmm.
that I have to focus on
Mm-hmm.
you.
You know, I noticed when you talked about, for those who are out there that know what hot means, as you threw that in, what's hot mean, sister?
Honest, open, and transparent.
Okay, so you didn't throw that in. That was important because some people probably didn't know that. I noticed how you kind of flipped the script because you were talking about things that you do, that you need to do. We're talking about, in this case, the not feeling chosen from a black male side,
That's-
where we in turn do and keep doing, but yet we're not chosen. But you just brought something to my attention that I think is important. We know that a lot of black women, because of how our mothers were, your mothers were, because she was my mother too, and I especially had that mother, will give the perception, you got to do, because he ain't going to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is then you transform, no, what's it called?
Transfer.
You transfer onto him that he's got to do too, like you do.
Yeah.
And then both of you end up being the doo-doo. No, excuse me. You
At
both
least being
end up
in it.
feeling that we are not good and not worthy
Yes.
for one another
Yes.
because we're operating in an imbalanced way anymore.
Yeah.
So what you think about that when you said that?
That's
Mhm.
absolutely true, because
Mhm.
that's another part of it. And the thing of it, what I was saying was not was explaining why we get into the position that we don't give the men in our lives, our partners, the attention and the uplift that they need.
Mhm.
So we have to do it with intention sometimes, especially when got to take care of the kids, got to fix dinner, got to make lunch, got to.
Mhm.
But there's nowhere that says
but still,
gotta
how
give
do you
attention
in
to
turn
my
get
man.
the energy? We're not talking about now how you don't. How do you then give that energy the right way? How do you reach out to him and turn give that energy? Because the
By-
way you're talking, it ain't happening because you ain't really doing it, because you ain't really feeling. How do you, out of all of that toxicity, because that's what it is,
Yes.
do you turn it over and move it away in such a way where you find some energy in him? Either you create it or you see it. Give me the answer to, by the way.
But
Choose him.
that's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You do it by intention.
Mm-hmm.
So you put into your mind and heart and spirit, today is a day that I'm going to focus on him, regardless of what else is going on. So where you've got all this gotta, and he's not in it, you've got to pull that energy for him and place it in there. Make it intentional that you are going to be there for him.
Here's the next one that would help you. I did it on purpose. I do that.
Mhm.
Our lesson is, and this section is, desire restores dignity.
Yes.
When a man feels chosen, he no longer feels rejected. He feels rooted. We know a lot of our relationships, because where slavery is did, it is flipped the script, and we really have not been following our Afrocentrical beat in the first place, where we both sit on the crown, we both sit on the seat, using my arts principles and how we go forth to the land and build as kings and queens, or as emperor and empress. So because of that, we are not necessarily operating in dignity, we are operating in PRIDE.
Yes.
Pride.
Yes.
And because of that, no, we're not going to run that direction you said.
Right. Right.
We're not going to. But if we operate with dignity, dignity has a higher, bro. Dignity has a higher mindset that says, I want to be chosen.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do unto others as others do unto me. I want to be chosen, so I'm going to be choosing him. You're going to feel the same way too. You understand how it is?
Exactly. It's reciprocal.
Exactly. The same world, the universe, or at least the earth, operates. It's a symbiotic relationship, or the same symbol that we call the symbol of what? Infinity. Has no ending, has no beginning.
Yes.
That's what we're talking. Okay, so let's go on our next one.
Healing the pattern.
Healing the pattern. That's what we want to talk about.
Yes.
The reason this is hard in our community, especially our Black community, is because trauma numbs our desire. We've got so much trauma. We got still going on right now. We just supposedly got signature from the president. I don't know how well I hear it's going to still take a couple of weeks of that before even the food stamps start coming out, even though certain people have got some, but the total about 1 million people that need that food stamp, they say it's going to be coming out slow. So we're going through trauma right now. Holidays coming up, even though we should do the Black Sunday or whatever that is, but we still got trauma going on right now. Our relationships going up.
And even though they say that the back pay is going to be given, it did not say that it was going to be a lump sum. It did not say it was going to be divided into a certain amount of time. It did not say it was going to trickle in like the drizzle
or trickle down.
So there's still that gray area of when will the money come? When will things start to lighten up?
So where we are again?
We're at the point where when we think about it, many brothers are emotionally tired and many sisters are spiritually guarded.
Yes. Well, we didn't get finished. That's when dignity, when a man first.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I guess we did. I guess we did.
Because we went down to healing the pattern.
Healing pattern. I didn't hear you say that, but that's all right.
Well,
healing the pattern.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Trying to heal the pattern. The reason why this hits hard to Black kids is because the trauma numb. We did talk about that. I apologize. I just was going so far in thinking how much trauma that we sometimes as brothers go through. We think nothing about it. We're so feeling so want to stay strong, but inside we're crying inside, we're mad inside, we're angry inside, and we don't know sometimes why we feeling like this inside, and we can't get it out what all. And some of it's because we're not feeling like we're chosen, and our sisters ain't giving us that kind of touch like we're chosen. So the reason this hits so hard in the community is because of that, and because of my emotional tiredness, because you said many sisters are not grounded, but they should be spiritually grounded. We both fear we're being what? Say it.
Being used again. And one of the things, and I'm sorry that I hesitated on that, but I was thinking about the way you were talking about, what you were saying just a minute ago. The one thing that leads to is both people being depressed and nobody knowing how to deal with it or even admit it.
No wonder why the blues, baby, was so good in our community, and they were mostly good down south. We know why. My baby done left me. I didn't know where she go. I said my baby done left me. I don't know where she go.
That's right. They repeated everything just in case you didn't hear it the first time. Here comes again.
Exactly. Because if I really loved her, she would know she come back when. I didn't like blues, by the way, but you can understand where it was going.
Exactly.
So we need that. What are some things we need to do? What's a practical shift? What are some spiritual shifts that we need to do in that?
Speak your want out loud.
Yes.
I want to be openly loved by you. I want to openly love you. I'm afraid to openly love you, but that's what I want to do. You need to talk these things out. Communication is always the key.
Yes, create a safe space for emotional vulnerability. Oh, we still think that when it comes to emotional, it is weakness, not understanding. Emotional, what again? Intelligence is when you can be weak because you know that it's strong. You didn't think I was going that way.
I did.
It is. That's right. Meaning in this case, the more sensitive you are emotionally, you're just that much more strong.
Yes.
How you control that sensitivity of that emotion is where that intelligence comes from. And that's what we need to start doing more in our Black community, in our relationships, because that's what we're talking about, bringing that balance in our relationship, right? So provide some non-verbal initiations. This is how we can be strong with emotion. Which is another one? Which one?
The way you can practice that is through eye contact.
Eye contact. Oh, you're looking at me.
I'm looking at you.
But you ain't looking at me that way though. I'm always watching because you're doing something wrong.
Yes. And that's the thing. Sometimes you just got to work with it and figure out what's the right tilt of your head.
Yeah.
What's the what do you do with your
Mhm.
face when you make that
Mm-hmm.
that eye contact?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do I do the rock one?
try not to.
You know, rock that. I like. Okay, never mind. I
No,
would do that. I don't know what I do. I'm thinking besides having that kind of strong stare at you. That right?
yeah,
Yeah, there it is. That is. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Gentle to reach. A gentle reach.
yes.
A gentle reach. Good. Show us a little bit of a gentle reach, your sister. Come on. Oh, I like that. That is not bad. A gentle. Oh, stop it now. We're on TV. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. That's all I can say. A simple what? Come here. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Come here.
A lot of you sisters are watching this and women are watching. You know those little small things.
And sometimes you don't even have to say anything. You can.
A little finger wave, like that.
Yeah.
Or just how you can maybe walk into the room.
It's all in the position of it and what else is going. And that's where the body language comes in.
Good hug.
Good hug.
Sitting close to your mate while you're in the house first.
Yeah.
Or when you're out in the public, you sit close to them. Kind of same thing that a lot of us did when we first were dating. Yep, we did that dating part. Though we brought our best ambassadors with us during that time.
And then we fired them.
Yeah, exactly. What we got, we fired them. This the spiritual ritual out of this? What's the spiritual ritual really?
Reclaim intimacy as a form of prayer, where bodies become temples of mutual.
Oh, you got to say that again. Say that like it is meant from your spirit. Yes.
Reclaim intimacy as a form of prayer, where bodies become temples of mutual recognition.
Wow. I think you need to marinate on that and let it go in your ears. And those who have ears, you can hear. And those who in turn know how to put it in your very heart and soul, you need to, because it is a form of prayer.
Yes.
It is a form of sacredness. Your relationships in connection to you and your body, you have to understand that it is. I think about Dr. Frazier, we used to have him on the show. He would probably say amen to that, because he certainly is about making sure you know your body while you're on this earth is your temple. Take care of it. Take care of it.
Yes.
That means if you got two people in a relationship, you need to take care of each other's bodies in a sacred way. We're not talking about this just the intimate sexual way, but we're talking about an affectionate way that many times we lose out and don't feel like in turn we are trying to let that other person that they're chosen. Right. No, they're just mostly frozen. Let's move into our last phase. This is going to be it. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead. What's a closing reflection and challenge, which we do all the time.
Okay. So this is what you are looking to do this coming week. We encourage you to do one act this week that communicates desire without expectation. Communicate desire without expectation.
How would you give a little hint? How would they do that? I know we went through a lot of these segments real quickly. Give us a little hint of how would you do that?
Okay, one way that you can communicate desire without expectation is you come, sit on the sofa with the TV on and say, let's watch a movie together. Put on a movie.
That's one good way.
And sit that way.
There's another way for you fellas can do, since she's doing all the example. I can't let her get no. You can always just give her a good kiss like that and be on your way. Oh, see what happens? She wants one anyway. And then be on your way.
Yes.
You were doing something else, but you decided to show a desire, and being on your way shows that you're not trying to what?
Move it into anything more.
You're not trying to get anything else from them.
Yeah.
That's boy. You're not. You're not.
No expectation.
Yeah, and we already know the other one many times has said that you're trying to get them in bed. So that's right. No, we're trying to say no. I'm not. I'm not. Okay. Remember, brothers, you don't have to earn love every day. You already are chosen, and hopefully after those sisters are listening to it, they're going to start doing that for you, that you know that you are already chosen, so you can relax. Your blood pressure can go down. smoking and drinking and go down. You might even stop running to your boys every day because you might feel comfortable to want to stay home because you feel like you're welcome there, not because you're doing something there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, definitely.
Right.
Community call. What's a community call? Big picture call in all of this.
Let's unlearn the survival script and write a new one where love isn't work, it's worship. And that's where a lot of us have a problem. We don't want to worship our partner. We want to control our partner. We want to change our partner. We want to belittle our partner. We want to ignore our partner, but we don't want to worship them. Worship in the sense of making them feel important.
I think that was very important you said it, because I know some church folks out there listening to this right now. Woo! And some who ain't. Are like, are you kidding me? I ain't gonna worship them, even though you're worshiping your car, you're worshiping maybe government officials, you're worshiping your mom, your dad, church, pastor. I mean, you're doing worshiping already. So not the idea I don't worship doesn't exist. It's just that person I ain't gonna worship.
Yes.
So no, we're talking about, as the whole topic's about, you're not really choosing. Part of worship in action is that you are choosing.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. You are purposely wanting to connect for a cherishable person, a spiritual person. Purpose, excuse me. That's what you're doing. That's what we're talking about worshiping, right?
Right.
Okay. Wow. So where should we end all of this? Should we end it? Nah. It's a continuing on thing in your relationship to make it balanced and make it something where you both feel like you're chosen and you belong. You want to give us a closing line at all, or do you want something you want to add on before we close down?
I think with the time and everything, we'll just go on and use the closing line.
Okay, what's that?
When love moves from obligation to initiation, we stop surviving one another and start seeing one another.
Say that again.
When love moves from obligation to initiation, meaning I'm doing this because I have to. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
To I'm just going to reach out. We stop surviving one another and start seeing one another.
I'd say to you, taking the journey is all about you moving from a surviving relationship to a thriving relationship. Hey, until you hear from us again, take that journey together. Ashe and I.